Hey everyone, hope you're all well. Today we're working in Richmond at a client's home. We're installing dimmers, LED strip lighting in the kitchen, and garden lighting on a balcony. Ben and I are working here today. Come on in and I'll show you what's happening. This is a locksmith working here. Yeah, came here to have a look and quote it. And then that was maybe a week ago, and now we're back today doing the work. So what we've done, this was just a 2-gang switch. The client found these kitchen lights they'd like to dim. So we've installed the dimmer there so that dims. And so when you put a dimmer in, there's no changes to the wiring needed. It's just a simple matter of changing the switch plate and putting in the dimmer mechanism. So if you have lights that you'd like to be dimmed, you don't have to think that changes to wiring have to happen. It's simply a matter of changing the switch plate. And then it just gives you that flexibility of like a bit more mood lighting. So we've put in that dimmer there. We did another one over here at this one. So this is going to dim these six lounge room lights. The areas that people often want to dim is like lounge room, dining room, bedroom. So this one's just finishing off. We've added 2 dimmers here. The client wanted to dim these 2 outside downlights, which would be quite nice if you're sitting out there of an evening. And the master bedroom downlights. Where'd their bed go? Did they do that for us? Hopefully not. So that now dims quite nicely. Cool. All right, we'll go downstairs. Even just write on the box which lights we're dimming in the ensuite. Yeah. So that because it might be one for another day. Perhaps. So the existing kitchen lighting was just those 2 downlights and the lights in the range hood. But the client was finding that just didn't have the focused light where you need it there. So what we've suggested and what we're doing is putting in an LED strip above this bench top, which is something like this, like a 5-meter kit, and it sits within an aluminium extrusion, which is this one that we've screwed up, and you can see the channel, the strip sitting within the channel, and then this diffuser will go over the top, and it just creates that really nice focused lighting, nice even strip running all the way along. And then if it's not 5 meters, you can shorten this to whatever distance you need. Like this was about 4 point something. So that's that, and then what it's going to be over here, that was a power point. We've had to put this equipment in the cupboard above. That'll just stay as it is, covered by appliances and that, or whatever. But this will become a power point with a switch in the middle, so that when they want to turn this on, you switch it there. We had a nice big void there in the wall that we were able to put the wiring in, so that's a nice little addition in an existing home. So that's that. Show you out on the deck what we're doing. Plunge pool there, and then this nice garden lighting in pots. So what we're going to do is put in these Azugi LED garden lights, warm white, 5-year warranty, outdoor with the spike. And then we wire it all using like extra low voltage garden lighting cable. Wire it using that. There's 4 of these going in, so one's going to stick in there shining on the tree, one's going to stick in there, one in that tree within the decking, and one in the pot at the back. And it's going to look so good at night, just lighting up all this garden lighting. So that's cool. And then with the wiring, like we got pots, it's extra low voltage, so the restrictions of 240 volt cabling don't apply to this because it's not dangerous. So the wiring, but it's black, it'll blend in a little bit. It's just going to go up and over the pots, and then it'll run, we can get under this deck, it'll run under the deck, we'll hide it as much as we can. And then all the equipment will sit under the deck. So that's cool. And then there's a switch at the back door that turns on some lights within the plunge pool. And we're gonna add it to that switch so that when you turn those on, these garden lights come on as well. Be super nice. Hey buddy.
So today we're adding a new power point next to this existing power point. So we're not too sure what this wall is. So we'll take the power point off, have a look behind and see where to go from there.
So obviously the challenge of the work that we do is like working in an existing home where the walls are all sheeted and finished, and like everything we do has got to be real slow and careful. Because if we're trying to put in a PowerPoint but we stuff the paint or stuff the plaster, then we've sort of created more issues than we've solved, you know what I mean? So everything's just like slow and careful and checking everything before we do anything and taking our time walking around, and we've got to like investigate if something's possible before we go and cut the hole, you know? We were trying to put in the outlet up there. So before cutting the hole up there, I took this one off and checked with a piece of plastic if I could get up the wall. And then once I knew that that was clear, then I could cut the hole up there. But you wouldn't go and cut the hole until you know that you can get the cable where you want it. So it's like a process of checking before you proceed. So same thing we did as that job in Hawthorne where we were doing the Pilates studio lighting. We didn't cut any holes until we checked that we could get the cables where we want it. And then once you know you can get there, then you go ahead and cut your holes. I've installed the power point, but we can see that it's not going to suit that existing cutout. So now we need to get the multi-tool and cut this out to a larger hole. So it's just going to take more time, but everything we do, we're just slow with it and getting everything right. So that turned out to be like it's just a plaster wall with like a rendered finish. That's quite straightforward for us just to cut the new hole and put in another power point, which means the client doesn't have to use like the power board. He's got enough outlets. And it just clicks in. It's always something, mate. Always something. Yeah. Gives that really focused functional light. Gives you that really focused and functional light. You have to say please, mate. Oh yeah. It says a solder joint, it's like the best kind of joint you can do. Because this is garden lighting cable, it's subject to weather. This is like a real permanent way of doing it. If you use a connector or anything else, it's just going to degrade with the weather. Whereas this is like the best. Over the top to seal it from weather. Heat shrink over the top, and then we heat that up again and it seals all that.